Welcome to Kingdom Arena, the home to some of the biggest fights in recent history, and we're going to see another one right here, right now. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd.
It's Roy Jones Jr. He won world... Here. This bout is one of the hottest tickets. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Which fighter will say no mas? Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Both want a highlight reel knockout. Calzaghe and Jones met for the light heavyweight title back in New York City in November of 2008. Calzaghe won on that occasion. Who's going to take the rematch here?
Who forgot how slick, how smooth, how sharp, how crafty Jones Jr. was? Then Calzaghe came back. The pace, the power, the southpaw style was enough, and the youth got him to win. Now these guys are gonna do it all over again. Time has rolled on, but both fighters have got a little slower. Both fighters have got a bit longer in the tooth. Both fighters know what they've got to do. Both fighters know they respect the danger each man brings.
And that straight got him. Does not score. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. They've got them on to the second round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. The jab doesn't quite connect. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And right back into the fray.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Got out of the way of that right hook. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A lot of effort being exerted here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that lap. There's the bell to start round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
scores with the counter. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Catch and shoot. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. The jab doesn't quite connect. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Back at it in round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. That jab gets blocked. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That uppercut doesn't land. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and there's the bell for round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
all offense all the time. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What would you... There's the bell to start round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
And he misses with that jab. Good defense stopping that jab. There's a counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. Let's see that again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you continue.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
He's up, but for how long? Look at him. On the heels, look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
Both men step back for just a moment. And down goes Jones Jr. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See you there.
Talk about Calzaghe in that. And there's the bell for round 7. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Let's go.
Focus, big deep breath. Calm yourself down, calm yourself back. Come on, breathe. That was a terrible round, that is.
Let's fight.
What are you doing? Come on, switch on. If you're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off, I need you to switch back on. Get focused and get your mind.
Let's do it.
through camp. Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together. Right, let's go out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You were thinking. You're getting your...
Turn on your jab and breathe while you're stepping around.
Let's do it.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. Have you got complacent? The fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag.
Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Just the same again.
What are you doing? You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Do your business.
Listen, you've switched off. What you're doing? I need you to go back out there. I need to win this round. Get your mind back. Get your focus back. Get that jab back. Just boxing. Just be smart.
Stand by.
switched off completely. Get your mind back on the job. He was coasting this fight, and now you're letting him back into it. Now, it's a tougher fight. And he...
Let's do it. One, two, three, four. Come to me.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on! You're switching off!
Do your business.
We welcome you to Cambrian Hall. When you think class, it's Roy Jones. It's the fans are ready, and it looks like great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Another scoring shot there. That counter punch caught him clean. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Well done with that counter shot. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Counter punch. No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store. There's the bell for round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you just...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Pensacola's finest is down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
That's like... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does...
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And there's the bell for round 3. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Terrific counter lands. And he misses with that jab. Holding nothing back here in the round. Beautiful counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a scoring blow. Nice counter. So much firepower here. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Beautiful counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Here we go to the fourth round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
That counter shot lands. That jab won't score. And now Dimitri Bivol is dazed. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Punch, counter. Oh, Bivol now stumbling and bumbling. Is he going to go down? Somehow weather. Whoa, wait a minute. We've never seen Bivol hurt quite like this. What's going to happen? Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage. Back into the fray here in round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch him! He caught it! Well, wait a minute! Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. A much better game plan here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself.
Oh my goodness! I want to see that one more time.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
His stamina is off the charts. It's been all... Did you see that? Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Talk about Roy Jones in that. Let's start the 6. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch right up the middle. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's...
Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I've got to see that again.
So it's onward and upward after... Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is GOAT. Vasily the Matrix Lomachenko, one of the most technically... Terrence...
This bout...
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got a... What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Do you believe what we are seeing? jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two fighters are made for one another. Those counter punches have to hurt. Beautiful counter shot. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday? Hold it right there. Crawford in trouble. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to get... Here we go, it's round two. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
A flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Good counter punch. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Jab not finding its target. Unlucky to miss with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Punch, counter punch. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Good counter punching. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. There's the bell for round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. They both want a knockout, you can tell. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You've got to want... Time for the 5th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. When are we going to see a jab from these two? There's a counter shot. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
You have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed. It's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Looking to land the hook. Just missed with that jab. Trying to land that jab. Can't find a home with that jab. punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. The game plan. There's the bell for round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Perfect counter shot. They're giving us a high-tempo show. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Couldn't land that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Pretty dominant. There's the bell to start round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot, a pickpocketer.
Nice counter. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. And he blocks the left uppercut. That big hook doesn't land. You know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
No rest for the weary. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. And we enter the 8th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been...
Whoa, Johnny! Terrence Crawford just got rocked. it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
That uppercut misses. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Some might have thought the fight a little bit close. We've got high hopes. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world. And this one has all of those big... These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Nice counter. Nice exchange here from both men. Fantastic punch. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
A perfect counter lands. Right up the middle. Incredible work rate. Oh my, the Usyk couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. And you still want to fight.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
That is a show of character.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will... Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Misses with the straight left. Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Good counter punch. Throws the jab but does not score. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just...
Wow, let's take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where...
It happened. It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. And here,
this bout is scheduled for
one of the hottest tickets around. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Oh, he took that jab well. Clean left jab. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Can't score with that jab. Beautiful counter punch. Swing and a miss with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Zhu Khan in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow.
On to the second round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He threw a punch and just got countered. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocket and sting you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Well done with that counter shot. Misses with the straight left. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
A perfect counter shot. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. And he scores with the counter. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Zhu Khan in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far. And there's the bell to start round 3. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab misses. The jab not finding its targets. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Lomachenko is buzzed. Down goes Lomachenko. And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good to me.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Talk about Loma in that last round. Back at it in round 4. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
They throw a shot, they get countered. Beautiful counter shot. Perfect punch. That punch scores. Punch right up the middle. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick breath, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight. Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Zhu Khan in that last round. Pretty dominant round. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That's another scoring shot. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go. You know that.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That punch lands. This is a high-octane battle. Good counter-punching. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Zhu Khan in that last round. That was... Here we go in the 6th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a...
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
Close the door.
focus, get your mind back on the drive, get back out there and win.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get this block.